You need a proper fix? Call me. Hey, Angela Yee.
Hey, good morning.
Welcome to St. Maarten again.
Yes, I'm back. This is like my fourth time here.
This is your fourth time here?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the first time you came. I remember you were telling someone you came with some friends after you guys graduated from college.
This is my first girls' trip, was to St. Maarten.
That was the first time. And then the second time was when?
We were just here. I've been here one more time after that. I was on my way to Anguilla, and I stayed here for a night.
Okay.
And then I was just here to go to Tantra.
Right.
And then I'm here again.
Then you're here again. So nice, you had to do it 4 times.
Yes. I'm already planning my next trip.
A next trip. All right. Now, before we start off with all the greetings and seeing how you're enjoying the island, I kind of got a little bone, but not really me, but some of the people on the island have a bone to pick with you.
Okay, what'd I do?
They're kind of upset with you. Now, the last time, before you came here, when DJ Envy was here with his family, you and Charlemagne interviewed Marlon Wayans.
Okay.
And Marlon asked you where was DJ Envy, and you said St. Maarten. Actually, you know what? Let me play the clip for you, and you'll hear exactly what happened, and then we could get into that. So take a listen. This is when Marlon Wayans was live with you guys, did the interview. So here we go.
Hold this for me. Where'd he go?
St. Maarten. Yeah, St. Maarten.
St. Maarten. Oh, he didn't even go to the DR?
St. Maarten's in the United States.
He don't go to the PR, the DR?
So yeah.
Okay, I can explain that. You know what? I just came from St. Thomas.
Uh-huh.
And St. Thomas is in the United States.
Right.
It's part of the U.S. Virgin Islands, and it was just confused in my head.
That's why I told him. I said it was a slip of the tongue or whatever.
It definitely was, because I was thinking St. Thomas. That's all. And you know what's funny? Because we went to St. Thomas, and my friend that was with me traveling, she was like, I got to get the phone plan, da-da-da-da. I was like, no, I don't think you do, because St. Thomas is in the United States.
Oh.
So I just came back from St. Thomas.
So it was just a slip of the mind. So it wasn't done intentionally on purpose,
No,
whatever.
because I've been here before, but
right.
That's all.
So all's good now. Everybody forgives you.
It's tough, man, because you know when you do radio, you say, because in regular conversation you can say something and make a mistake,
right?
But on the radio you say it, and it's like the biggest deal in the world. You're like, I just made a little mistake.
Yeah, and it stays with you forever. People hold grudges with you. They bring out albums and beef and all kind of Snapchat and everything. But Angela, we got past through that.
Thank goodness. Thank you for clearing that up.
No problem. Let's talk about your trip to St. Maarten. You've been here. This is your 4th time. You decided to come back.
Yes.
Instead of spending, 4th of July in the U.S., you said, you know what? Let me spend it out here in the Caribbean, and you chose St. Maarten. So thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you guys. It's actually been a great trip. I was here with DJ Envy, but I only stayed for one night.
Right.
And he was here with his family for the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I have to come back. And I told Rolando, who's here, I told him, I said, listen, we got a plan for me to come back. I'm going to come back next month. He didn't believe me, and here I am.
And here you are. Yeah. So what have you been doing so far on the island?
All right, let's see. Well, we've been going out to eat a lot. I think I gained like 10 pounds because the food here is great. So I feel like every single day we've just been eating.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Anguilla yesterday for the day.
Okay.
So that was a nice day trip.
Of course, got a shout out to the St. Maarten Tourist Board.
Yeah, they've been taking great care of me. I went to Las Semanas. We spent the day at the beach there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been really nice. Like I said, I didn't know it was Friday until I heard you on the radio this morning. Like, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, once you're here, you just lose track of time.
Lose track all the time.
You lose track of time.
And really the best, we did go to Tantra also again, because I do that every single time I come here.
Right. Shout out to Manny and the crew.
And, basically, I just been having a good time. When I'm in New York, I don't get to relax.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's been nice, relaxed, chill, great food. I need to go to a gym immediately.
Nice beaches, of course.
Great drinks. Yeah. Great people.
You got to unwind and let go a little bit.
Yeah, I don't ever get to do that. I woke up this morning because Rolando was like, oh, we got to go do radio. I haven't been up this early all week.
Yeah, because usually you get up early to go to work, but now you're on vacation, and now he's telling you got to get up to go on the radio. You're like, what radio?
I'm nervous. I haven't done radio in so long, and there's been so much happening. Like, I've been watching all the stuff with Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna. Yeah. I'm like, man, as soon as I go on vacation, all this craziness happens.
That always happens, and I always say the same thing. Whenever I go on vacation myself, all the crazy stuff starts happening, and you can't talk about it. And by the time you get back on air, it's old. It doesn't make any sense.
So let me ask you, have you ever done anything like Rob Kardashian has done? Like, just...
go off on someone?
Full blast someone?
Spend $250,000 on a woman and then get mad because she cheated on you and... Put her on social media.
Barely spent $250,000 on myself.
Exactly. I don't know about 250,000, but yeah, I have bought a couple packets of weed.
That bundles are expensive.
Yeah, some bundles of weed. I did top up someone's phone once, and they never called me back. So stuff like that. But $250,000, I don't know. But
so you never wanted to go on social media and put her on blast?
No, I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person like I just let karma handle itself.
Okay.
So you do bad to me, and I just let it go, and so just let it all take care of itself. Yeah.
No one's ever done that to any of you guys?
No.
On social media?
Yeah, no woman has ever. I could tell you. Definitely Rama has some situations because he froze.
How, Rama?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that.
It's real funny.
There was a real recent occurrence, but I handled that real quick. I addressed it situation. Hopefully it died down.
Recent, as in we talking true.
As in like this week. It happened this week.
Yeah.
What happened?
Certain stuff I can't speak about on live radio, but something came up and I addressed it. I addressed it the correct way.
Yeah.
If some might not find so, but I addressed it the correct way.
Yeah, basically it was a situation, like when you just talk in general and then people catch feelings and think you're talking about them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They thought it was a subliminal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So he came out and he told the person, listen, if I'm not adding your name, if I'm not...
If your name isn't there, if I don't add your name, I'm not talking about you.
Not talking
I'm
about
one person. I at your name if I'm talking about you. I don't throw shade. I at your name because I want you to know that I'm talking about you.
Yeah. And I know, Angela, you're the center of attention all the time, and people are talking about you all the time, whether it's they at you or they do it subliminally. How do you deal with that?
That's part of the job. I think you have to look at it if people are talking about you, at least they know who you are.
Right.
And they're paying attention. Like people could say, I hate you. Well, you're still listening enough to know you hate me.
Yep.
So
right.
That's good news.
Exactly.
But I think that's just part of what comes with it. Like there's no way on this planet you'll ever do anything and everyone's going to like what you do. You can't please everybody ever.
Right.
So if you waste your time worried about that, you'll never get anywhere in life. You just have to always focus and make sure you get ahead and do what you have to do. Like you can't worry about people liking you.
True, exactly. It's all you got to do it for yourself, and that's all that matters. How do you deal with because nowadays a lot of women, if they want to get seen, if they want to be noticed, we have the girls that go on the Instagram, they get the booty shots and everything. But you have found a way that you don't have to do all of that. You're in the industry, you're relevant, you're well known, and you haven't done the tacky way into getting into the limelight. How have you, separated yourself from the other women?
I was just talking about how I've been doing radio for 13 years now. And I think when I first started, it wasn't any Instagram, there wasn't any Twitter, none of that existed. We just had MySpace.
Right.
But so I think for me, and it's fortunate for me that I managed to come up before that time because I do think it's difficult now. Being younger, coming up in this game, feeling like I got to get more likes, I got to get more followers.
Got to get your numbers
People
up.
feel a lot of pressure to do those things. So it was fortunate that I was before that time. So I can understand how difficult it can be, but my job isn't really dependent on how I look. So that's why the way that I look, I'm on the radio.
True.
So, and I know radio is very visual nowadays too.
Yeah.
So that is something too. But it isn't like I don't have to be good looking to do what I do. So that's why I feel like it's more about I have to focus on my content and basically what y'all are doing, everybody else. I watch what everybody else is doing. I report on you guys. I'm not the center of it.
Right. Now, congratulations on your podcast with your 100th episode.
Oh, yes.
Lip Service. How's that going?
It's good. I mean, listen, you can never get too tired of talking about personal things. I think a lot of times artists come on and they promote their album, they promote their music, but they don't get to really talk about their own personal lives and themselves. And it's a funny conversation, and it's conversations that I'm sure when we're not in the room, you guys have conversations about certain things.
Oh, yeah, if these walls could talk. When the mics are off.
But that's basically what it is. People get to eavesdrop on what is really talked about, like behind closed doors, and you get to learn more about your favorite person. When I used to do it at Sirius, people used to call in and get to have phone sex with the guests on the show. And that used to be really funny because when would you have an opportunity to call in and talk to your favorite, model or whoever?
Okay, so they would call and have phone sex.
It was hilarious.
That was hilarious. 5437-101 phone sex with Angela. Call us up. Right.
I'm not good at it.
You're not good at it. You're not good at sex or just phone sex? Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just asking. So you're here in St. Martin. You're here for just one more day. You're leaving tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow I leave to go to Miami. And by the way, if you want to come to the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, we have a contest going. So
we can't just drop your name?
Well, no.
I'm with Angela.
If you look on my Instagram, which is Angela Yee, you can see how you could win. But we're going to be doing a live broadcast from Miami at the Fontainebleau. And then I'm going to the Major League Baseball All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby. So.
All right. Now, you're part of one of the, I could say, biggest urban radio shows right now in the U.S. You guys are taking over the Breakfast Club. You, Charlamagne the God, and DJ Envy. How do you, as a woman, with all those personalities, still, get to stand on your own and be a force on that show as well, because it's very difficult, like you mentioned before, especially for women in the industry to stand out and make a name for themselves. Because Charlamagne, he has his characteristics. He's the prince of pissing people off. You, of course, you're the mediator. You're the voice of reason. DJ Envy. He's DJ Envy.
Nice family guy.
Yeah, and Envy is an emotion all by himself already. But how do you get to set yourself apart but still stand out with those strong personalities?
I think part of what it is people talk about how difficult it is to be a woman in this industry, and in many ways it is difficult, but in many ways it's an advantage.
Okay.
Because I get to point out to them, sometimes when you're in a group of guys, you guys don't realize certain things that you say and how it affects women, so I always have to point that out to them. Because we have a whole different, if I exchange numbers with somebody that's a guy, I could walk back in the room and hear them oh yeah, she's about to.
Yeah,
but it's but if you go outside and exchange numbers with the guy, it's, they doing business. And I think sometimes guys just aren't aware of the dynamics that we have to deal with all the time. So I'm always constantly having to point that out to them and represent for my women.
Right.
It is a lot more difficult because people have ulterior motives. They look at you differently. If I hit somebody up, I'm like, hey, I was wondering if we could sit down and talk because I had these things I wanted to ask about. They look at it like, oh yeah, she's trying to. It's just different.
She wants to get in.
I'll probably be able to get that sit down faster than you. As a woman too,
she's right.
True. Yeah, she's right. She's right.
You do have
so
certain
it's advantages and there's disadvantages. What you have to do is turn those things that could be a disadvantage into something that works actually in your favor.
All right. So now you're here for just one more day. 24 hours left. You've been doing the beaches. Did you do any jet skis? Anything?
I didn't do any jet skis this time.
Okay.
I've been trying not to do any type of physical activity.
You're just relaxing.
I've been really relaxing, falling asleep at the pool, falling asleep at everywhere I go, I fall asleep. Fall asleep in the car. I fell asleep on the boat on the way back from Anguilla.
Yeah. I mean, you take advantage because you're up, especially when you're back in New York. It's basically almost 24/7 for you.
You know how hard it is.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
People say, oh, you're used to it. You never get used to waking up.
No. And then people look at it, you're just on the radio for 4 hours from 6 to 10, that's it.
Right.
No, after that, after the mics go off, there's lots of other stuff going down behind the scenes. You have interviews to do. You're setting up, you're preparing for the next show.
We have parties to host. We have events with panels to go on. We got to talk to kids at schools.
Yeah.
Every day is jam-packed. So I work really 7 days a week.
Pretty much. And people think it's easy, but it's I don't want to say it's difficult,
but it's a challenge.
It's a challenge. It's a time-consuming, and you have to learn how to manage your schedule and everything. But it's exhausting at the same time. After I'm done at 10 a.m., I'm exhausted.
Right.
Yeah.
You need that second win. And I always say this: just because I'm having fun while I'm working doesn't mean I'm not working. And that's the ideal thing in everybody's life, is to have a job where you actually enjoy what you do and you have fun with it.
Definitely. Now, I know you're busy today, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. So let's ask you the question of the day, which is brought to you by Tech Up. Rama, take it away.
Question of the day: what are 3 things that you cannot leave the house without?
I heard you guys talking about this. And I would definitely say my phone, but I have forgotten my phone at home, but it's hard. It ruins your whole day, because if I have meetings, I'm like, man, I don't know where I'm going. I can't text somebody and say where we headed to. So I definitely say that. I need chapstick or lip gloss or something, because for some reason I'm addicted. I know they say it's addicting. Everybody licked their lips when I said it, because everybody's like, I need some chapstick. What? Say that. But it's really hard to leave the house without that. And the other thing I would say that I can't leave my house without is a rubber band for my hair. You see what my hair looks like right now.
Right.
It's a mess.
Yeah. So you gotta get something to hold that back.
Right. At some point, I'm gonna be like, all right, let me just move all this bush out of my head.
Too hot.
I don't have anybody to buy me bundles.
That's a plug.
Hit me up after the show. You know. Before you leave, another question. The topic right now on everybody's minds, besides the whole Rob Kardashian and Black China issue, Jay-Z's album just went platinum, 444.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And only on Tidal.
Only on Tidal.
Yep.
What do you think about it?
I think it's great. I think it shows his maturity. It's interesting if you listen to Jay-Z, because I'm from Brooklyn. Jay-Z's from Brooklyn, and he was the biggest deal in the world when he came out with Dead Presidents, and even before that, you know, when it was him and Jazzo. So I think for us, you get to see the growth of Jay-Z. And I think throughout his music, we've seen that from when he was big pimping, when he was younger, and then you see him thinking about settling down. You see songs like Song Cry. You see the progress of his relationship and how much influence being married and having kids has had on his life.
Right.
And so I think that's what we want from all our men as women. We're like, yes, that's right, Jay. You almost lost to Eric Benet. And we want guys to realize that that's the progress of a man, evolving from being a young man in this business to being a grown man. And that's what everybody wants to see, the mistakes that he's made. And he's very honest, like about addressing Kanye, which I thought was a huge thing. You see Kanye suing now.
Oh, he is?
He's suing Tidal, saying that he was supposed to get a certain amount of money. He didn't get it. So clearly they have their issues, and he was very upfront about what happened. He addressed all the things that we wanted to know about in his personal life. And that's what's great. You don't do interviews about it. You put it in your music, and then your album goes platinum on Tidal.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it, especially being a black man in this world today with money. And you're a target. Everybody's talking about you. People want to see you fail, and you stay above the fray, and you just do what you keep doing what you got to do.
And sometimes we mess up and we have small failures, but he addressed all of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people look at Jay-Z and Beyonce like they're perfect because we don't know enough about them.
Exactly.
But they just showed all the. And if they probably would have told us while it was happening, it might have affected their relationship in a more negative way with people weighing in. But because we didn't know, now they moved past it. They had the twins. Things are great. He learned from his mistakes. He put it behind him. And we're like, guys, don't mess up. You see what happened with Jay-Z.
Don't mess up.
So when can we expect a book from you or biopic or something?
I don't know if my life is that interesting, but I do have a book club.
Yes, you do have a book club, right?
That I do every single month. And then, you know, I have the Juice Bar in Brooklyn. I'm about to actually open up a Caribbean restaurant in Brooklyn also.
Oh, nice.
So when you guys come to Brooklyn, let me know, and, you know.
For sure.
It's on me.
For sure. It's a
vibe.
Don't record that and play that back. Like, last time we were in St. Martin.
Let me see. 8:43. 8:43. All right,
Mark
we
it
got
down.
it. Well, Angela, I want to thank you very much for joining us here in the studio today, and thank you for coming out to St. Martin. The people of St. Martin have forgiven you. They love you now for that.
I apologize.
Put it in next time. You can put it in a song, I guess.
Yeah.
Your apology.
If anybody want to do a diss song, you know, just make sure you spell my name right.
Yeah, Angela Yee, she don't know where we at. But Angela, once again, thank you for joining us in the studio, and I hope to see you back soon again.
Yes, I mean, listen, St. Martin is great. I actually have a whole lot of friends that have been talking about it. One of my friends came here last year for his birthday, did a whole big blowout. So we're planning more trips. Everybody's buzzing about St. Martin. I'm excited to be able to have been here so many times.
Because you've been here, Envy's been here. Now we just got to get Charlamagne here.
Charlamagne knows one place.
Just Anguilla.
He's very comfortable going to the one place he's been to.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Lip Service quick. Just give it a quick plug if anybody wants to get it.
Oh, yeah, that's my podcast. And so you can find that on SoundCloud, on iTunes, on Spotify, the Lip Service podcast. It's a real fun show. We get to talk about all kinds of things. It's very educational. A lot of guys can learn from that. A lot of women can learn things, questions you might have had, things you felt like were weird. We have all kinds of fun guests and people that you know, maybe people you never heard of, but it's very, very educational and very titillating.
That's right. New episodes drops every...
Supposedly Fridays.
Sometimes
we be late.
Okay, so especially now she's in St. Martin.
But we have 100 episodes, so if you didn't hear it, you got a lot to catch up on.
Exactly. All right. Stay tuned to Laser 101, the station with the attitude. Also got to thank the St. Martin Tourist Bureau for, helping out Angela.
Yes, thank you, Rolando.
Showing her a great time and having fun out here. And hope to see you back again. All right. Laser 101, the station with the attitude. Super duper morning show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, much more going down.